does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't... Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too. Like half. A baggie, but like in this vial. Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Okay, Kuno's listening. Alright, pig. You can plug him, but you can't stop him. It'll only buy you time. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
Kuno doesn't fucking care. Fuck does Kuno care? Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies. Kuno could already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. The fuck do you... Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't...
There, on that balcony, do you see it? Straight into a bull ring with no prep talk. No. It's your first sales negotiation. Savvy's got to give you the do's and don'ts. That's a pathetic looking bull. Where are the sharpened horns ready to puncture your gristle? Artistos are known to repel wealth. It bounces off their skin like rubber. The moment a reasonable business proposal enters their periphery, they go and get political. Nonsense. No one repels wealth. What you need to do is lure them in with a strong one-liner. Get them on your side before you've even finished a sentence. Show us what you've got. Pretend you're facing the Skull Girl. Mamma mia! If this isn't the top seller in La Delta, no one expected you to nail this on the first try. Congratulazioni! Okay then, off you go. Let's see what you've got. You hear someone walking around. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno de Reuter. Your heartbeat quickens, palms go sweaty. The siren of amphetamine is singing you her song.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
A shabby door hangs off. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinge. Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, score. It's right there, baby. Today's your lucky day.
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Don't wait. Celebrate. Blast that shit right here. Take inventory of it once this boring table shit is done. Blast it before you face the beast. De Ruita. Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect. You raise the bottle, close a nostril, and inhale furiously. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic and stings a bit inside your nose. Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity. You could work with this high. Like, literally work. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco. Time for a little truth. Tell the lieutenant you did some. Clear the air.
I'm not your mother. I don't care. Do what you have to do.
As long as you remain functional, he thinks. Now, let's get back to work. To this. You kidding? There are downsides to not being on it. There are massive downsides. It's a potent neurotoxin. Spring. Everything is clear around you.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a speed button. Speed gives +1 to motoric skills, perception, reaction speed, hand-eye coordination, savoir-faire, interfacing, and composure.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed, a stained parka, some towels and a duvet, some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest. Something underneath there is breathing. It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, or you're gonna die. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Your hand touches a greasy duvet. You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. There's still plenty to be scared of here. Just not what you thought.
No, it really doesn't. This looks very hard to recover from. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark empty. His half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man. But he is in there, and not enjoying himself.
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight. Look, he's trying to communicate.
The aging alcoholic is still...
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side. We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably. Silence. He wouldn't be too thrilled to learn you stole his stash. It was the man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, and then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. Are you going to let a semi-conscious degenerate disrespect you? His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated.
At least he got to say his piece. I'm afraid it is.
And look, the other foot, a groan rises from the man's throat. The bear is drunk. The aging alcohol. This door is made of metal. No one answers.
Let's go. There's nothing to do here for us anymore.
You hear a poor community.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get in.
Later then, it's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Give me a moment.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. There'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place. Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
She throws you a conspiratorial glance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens. Hello again. What's that? The piggy's looking to get into the art market with a snappy business pitch. Watch out, or you'll be auctioned off and face the chop.
The lieutenant straightens his back, waiting to see where this is going. Relax. It's all part of her image. No one speaks to a police officer in that tone. Show the little missy here her place. She stares at you, fearlessly, waiting for a response.
This little persona will grab the whole point of graffitio being on the street.
There has to be a way. I bet it's all about the scene for her. Tell her you can introduce her to some artsy jet-setters in Saint-Baptiste.
If I wanted to hook, they'd be delighted.
Perfect. She isn't interested.
Your partner here gets it. Anything else I can not do for you, gentlemen? Hello again, officers.
Sure, she's all draped up in ironic detachment, but everyone's gotta eat.
Great. A little foray into the art world continues.
Blah, blah. I'm not for sale, piggo.
Told you. Turn it around. It's the seller who wields the power in this relationship.
Uh-oh, you're manipulating. Okay, whatever.
Even the lieutenant leans closer to inspect the work.
Here. Happy?
It looks like a palette. Nothing more than a board for mixing paint. Remember, this is a buyer's market. You're the one who's in charge of pricing.
Signature? Oh yeah, pigster. I sneezed while holding a wet brush.
Is that all she thinks it takes to be an artist? Outperform her with her own style. Make it yours.
Art issue.
She juts out her.
Well, piggo, what do you make of it?
As said before, it's a palette. The angle of the paint drops reveals that they were fired at the canvas with the force of a hand cannon.
Damn. Well, it's also art.
Tool? Maybe she's onto something after all.
67,000 real.
Remember, this isn't about the art or the artist. Lowball her. The wretched are used to rolling with the punches.
Ask away. Suit yourself.
Fuck does Kuno care? Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way, street way. Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distraction style. That's some sick shit.
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit. Wow, that's heavy. Here you go. More than half in there. Kuno's fucking honourable like that.
There is no movement on the lieutenant's face as he stares intently at the trash container.
Now tell me, how the fuck are you still alive, pig? Yeah, so fucking what? Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit? Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it.
You can't fuck with Kuno!
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life?
Yeah,
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
Yeah, you do some Sambo shit, sneak in. Is the hooker thing real? You got lucky. Kuno's dad was out getting more drink. Kuno knew that. That's why he sent you. Kuno cares about his pig. Doesn't want his pig to get hurt. Fuck right there where? Fucking 3 years or some shit. Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground. Lead I am shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
yeah, in a tomb, Kuno!
Yeah, pig. This shit is you're dreaming, pig.
Daily.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno!
Kuno doesn't...
You're back. Good. I fear I've told... Is there anything...
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Here. Oh, no. What does that bloated hellbat want with my little cinder block town? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know what he has in store for this place. Probably a statue. It's a statue, right? A giant statue of him. Or better yet, his twin brother. A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
The humidity crawls under your skin. Your eyes track her gaze, past the net picker, toward the concrete square of the nameless village.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him. What?
The prints are hers.
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Yes, I was slumming it with some... Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers, we told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She's sentimental, all right. You don't know enough about her to find out why.
First, there won't be a youth center. A fishery. I've been speaking with Lillian here. She gave me the idea. The infrastructure is all here, and with my connections, sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Sounds like he has you running... Of course. A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that. Such referrals may sometimes get you information from a man like Everard.
Detective, I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
I wouldn't have taken Everard for a...
No, it was more like he wanted things to get worse. In secret, of course.
Yes.
There's always that risk, man. But if I may offer my opinion, he means it.
I'll think it over, Detective. Thank you.
Have I underestimated the Union's ferocity? She has to ask herself by now.
What you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating. Of course, Detective. Well, technically, the boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because it's a pleasure craft. My sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain. Qualified pleasure craft operator.
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Actually, you don't. The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials. I was just being polite. Even schoolchildren know the Wayfarer Act. Unless it's their passport. No.
You need to save face if you want her respect. Demand that passport.
Of course. Any more questions about good? What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for the Pines, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy.
She nods.
Of course. The scabs?
Don't let her answer it herself.
To answer your question, yes, they were organized by Wild Pines. The contractors picked them up from Jamrock and of course.
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away. There's time.
Of course. Anything to help. Until the
They don't report their progress to you.
Not on this It's a matter of days. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. It's a neurological disorder caused by lack of vitamin. Well, it's either that seems.
What this boils. Wait. This reality thing. She stares at you, head tilted to the side. She won't maneuver her way out of.
I am an ultra.
She raises the corner. It's sharp.
No. Not. Are you liberated? And
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
a devil, who being of great charm and guiles.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are.
I hope we're able to continue as friends, honestly. I may have even preferred it, had the communards won. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument.
While a gentle wind.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched.
Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. Perhaps.
You're no dummy yourself.
A smart boy getting smarter. Yes.
Seditious talk, man.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And I'm glad to have been of assistance.
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of...
You're back. More lessons in basic reality?
I don't think we can do this with 3%.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Again?
Yes?
Boy, am I ever so grateful to you, officer. But I'm not the only one who wants to thank you.
It's great to see you again, officer.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels...
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what...
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden... I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there. The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
It's hard to say how big things are when you're welcome, sweetie.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know who?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god.
Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else? No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Seems like Glacio wasn't lying when she said it was her. This corroborates her story. She made the call.
I wouldn't be so sure, Detective.
Yeah, go on. Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, Detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
Me neither. No, please, no more suicide threats. Thank God you don't have that stupid gun anymore.
There is silence on the other.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? No, absolutely not.
That came so fast, you can't but wonder what else she would be good at. Baseball? Ring-a-bell quiz shows? Catching keys in the air? Petting an angry cat?
do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
As always, it's DJ...
A flock of sea right away.
Someone must have been messing. Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy. For the heavier foot and the freakier...
God damn it! Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or... Thank you.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
This is...
Lieutenant...
yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to...
You mean, why did I...
Why not?
you know...
You think you don't be paranoid.
I really... maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. What? Of course it bothered me. No one calls... you know...
Garbage. Push her further. Show her the error of her...
The other people who live... you don't... please,
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness.
Yes, I know. No, sorry, people don't...
So the union...
Seems like that.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Yeah, go on. Please, no, you were trying to...
Sounds like it's going to be...
You were raised...
People tried to back away from you.
Me neither. No, please.
There is silence on the...
No idea. All I know is next to a waving, it almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not. Well, I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. Just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Yes, well... yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox.
Yes? Yes? Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots. Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
Oh no, you're a cop. You can't go to jail.
It was a joke, sadly. There's nothing I can do about your delinquency. What's done is done. Let's get back to police work.
I don't care about your insane theft, the lieutenant thinks, and looks away from the boots. Just know, if anyone asks me, I will snitch on you.
Hey, was there something you needed? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time?
I was just thinking. What a nice day for questions pertaining to a... Oh.
Did you take the documents?
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them. They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away. I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time. Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone, I mean?
The snow falls on her shoulders, then melts in her light blonde hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility. For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on. The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash. I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her. I don't know what to say. None of this is fortuitous for me. Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then? What I meant...
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
I was just thinking lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She nods, then nervously pulls,
You've been through that. She could have come to the...
then slipped back down.
Interesting theory. Did she know?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many... She came over, and she's a
Some of that, what are you talking about? She's a
She has this thing...
What she's saying is...
And more. When I started spending...
Wait. Everyone...
Yes.
I do not.
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to...
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to... I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. Somehow, she knew...
Could it be that Ruby was cleaning up after herself? That the lynching was... It's ominous. You buying into...
Okay.
She slowly...
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in lies.
Yes, we demand...
What?
Her hand trembles.
There may be grounds here. At least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. She slowly lights another cigarette and...
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? Yeah, by friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident. Ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening in on their communications. Their shit is way apart. We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
That thing has 7 barrels, 1 trigger. You do the math.
So that's 1 dead and a long reload. But whatever.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
What do you mean, okay? We don't need you, or your lost gun. We all...
Last gun or not, you're going to need help. We are offering it.
Okay, I accept the offer, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know any.
A colourful the bottles wink there, in that dark green glass. All in. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says,
No. You need...
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? They're sort of...
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the...
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks. We're Aye.
The man whispers a jaunt. Promising race pupil returns. And...
Look, babe. The rich man has humiliated and emasculated this goblet. He can only think in base materialist categories and feminine abstractions like money.
Rich man really fucked him over, Jean.
His rage is already played out on the stage of history as the grotesque tragedy of revolution. All it can accomplish now is impotent academic text and neurosyphilitic rock and roll melancholia. You could have used this opportunity to overcome your narrow, Al-Ghul-ravaged identity. It takes solace from the fact that these thoughts will never entirely leave your brain. They will be with you on the day you die, the only germ of heroism in your body. Now go. I have beauty and truth to discuss with my woman.
Damn, Jean. How are you so romantic?
The unpromising and fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat? So it would seem, Ralph Rule. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms. The race enigma. And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of Rule. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but still.
Your willpower fires up, directing you to speak.
If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may prove a race adversary yet. Was I mistaken to share the esoteric science with him?
Jean, baby, you did the heroic thing.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rule streaks is unwinnable. The days, the weeks, the months will wear you out. The Occidental haplogroup is incapable of long-term, lucid thoughts. You will not.
It's super hard, Jean.
Let's go, officer.
The unpromising and fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. So it would seem, and
your willpower.
If the
Jean, baby, you did the heroic thing.
That is right.
Perhaps we should go.
How can I get that thing?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one. There always is.
Race is reality. The unpromising and fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs, so it would seem, and
your willpower fires up.
If the
Jean,
that is not possible. That is right.
Perhaps we should.
The unpromised and fascinating. So it would seem, Ralph Rule and
your willpower.
If the
Jean, baby.
That is right. You cannot withstand.
Perhaps we should go.
Hell no. His neck muscles tense up.
Fucking bother.
How about you?
Okay.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Fucking Mark. How about you?
Okay.
There could be weapons aiming. The man's breathing steady. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
Honest men, we came.
I have a question.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? They're sort of...
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law? The man whispers.
We're negotiating our... Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board. So that... Sure thing. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. That's so. I haven't heard anything about that. But if that's true, well, he was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me.
Understood.
No problem. I wish the best.
Looking for something, Hunt? It's about... Not...
Chain, not sheep. Ostriches.
Whatever. Go back to your college class, Bino. I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. People who've studied the...
If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped.
So, lately we Occidentals have This concerns you, policeman, so it's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what? Go right ahead.
Lieutenant Kisaragi's stern expression. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet. What happened? Did your balls
Oh, not much anymore. The strike. Apples. Yeah.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
Oh, not much anymore. Apples. Fine.
He's given you the runaround. The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Felled electric sudden. The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Felled electric sudden. The once bright mural towers sudden. The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Felled, even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. Trying to talk to the wind is trying to talk to the city, something you've done before. Is it in your secret repertoire?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, displays. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold. The once bright mural, the once bright mural, the once bright mural, the once bright mural towers above you, saying, "Felled electric." Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it, in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
She's down there.
Okay, why? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails. A rusty ladder leads to the...
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180? Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems...
Teleportation is not a thing. This really has nothing to do with adventure. Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. The rusty ladder leads to the roof. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is... Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Okay, well, That's impressive, but...
BAM! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
What? I thought I'm just doing the simplest. This bullshit. How did I get up there?
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
No, not like a regular person. Like a phase spider. The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. I'm good venturing with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
We'll stop here for now. See you next time, guys.